We don't do stress, we just get our shine on. Cause we too blessed. All my average ladies with the mind of a queen. It's time to empower the masses. Come on, speak up with me. This is Girl Boss talking.
Girl Boss Talk, radio talk.
This is Girl Boss talking.
We do business.
It's your girl TiTi Ladette with Girl Boss Talk, radio talk show.
Women don't do drama, we do business. If you a lady about your business, then I'm with you. Cause we don't do mess, we don't do stress. We just get our shine on, cause we too blessed. All my average ladies with the mind of a queen. It's time to empower the masses. Come on, speak up with me. This is Girl Boss talking.
Girl Boss Talk, radio talk
This is Girl
show.
Boss talking.
We do business.
What's up, guys? It is your girl TiTi Ladette. Hoping I can get some people to join me tonight. Tonight, we have a very, very special guest, guys. We have a funny lady. If you do not know who I am TiTi Ladette. I am an advocate. I am an author. I'm a publisher, a playwright, and a comedienne. Okay. Tonight, I am here with Miss Tranea Prosser. We are doing Girl Boss Talk, a radio talk show. And so tonight, we're going to continue our conversations on self-care, mental, emotional health, because at Girl Boss Talk magazine and radio talk show, we are focused on healing the total woman. Okay. So I did want to, before I bring Tranea on, just kind of tell you a little bit about why we're doing this, because mental health is such a very, very big part of life, right? And mental health is more than just the absence of a mental illness, y'all. So it is how we experience life. It is our actions. It's how we think, and our thoughts control what we do. So a lot of that goes into play. I am going to bring on Tranea, and let me just get her bio up here. I just had the bio up. Always something with me, I tell you. So we're going to be bringing up Tranea. And again, she is a comedian. She is from the Austin, Texas area. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with her. She is also known, let me say that, as MizT. Okay. And MizT is funny. She is a Christian, clean, family-oriented comedian. And so I did want to go ahead and read some of her bio here. Let's see if I can pull that up here. And I do apologize. I did have it ready, but you always know, guys, I'm old. I think I'm just old. Okay. Technology, it wins on most days. But so as far as MizT's bio, so we all know that laughter is good for the soul, but it is also an art form. Okay. And today, Miss Tranea, from her trademark opening dance routine, because the girl can move, to her infectious laughter, MizT knows how to bring the funny with ferocity and freshness to her audiences. MizT is a seasoned comedian and has demonstrated on her nationally available comedy CD, Back at Ya. Okay. Oh, Back at Ya, Lord. I'm sorry. Back at Ya, Lord. That's her debut recording, guys. And she does also have a new DVD that is going to be coming out. So we're going to bring her on without any further ado, guys. I want y'all to give a warm welcome to MizT, baby, because she is Deacon watching here. She is so funny and entertaining, and I'm so honored to have her. Welcome, MizT, to Girl Boss
Hello,
Talk
beautiful
Radio Talk Show. Hello, my dear.
Oh, how are you? I'm doing great.
Well, that is so good to know.
Always good to see you. Always.
You too, MizT. And so I was just letting them know that you debuted with your debut comedy CD was Back at You, Lord. But you do have a new DVD coming out. Tell us about it, Miss Prosser. Tell us.
I have a new my new project. It was just released 2 weeks ago on iTunes, and it's making its way to the other digital platforms. It's called MizT's Comedy Parodies, Volume 1. and it's a combination of our traditional Baptist hymn songs. I've transposed all the words, so you will never hear anybody else sing those songs. And it
I'm
has
trying to
comedy
see if I can
skits,
get
so
it on the
it's a
camera.
unique comedy album. Yeah,
I
yeah.
was
So
trying to
it's
get it on
only
the camera.
digital
I'm using the
format, but
background,
yeah, I'm
so it won't let
excited
me put it
about
on
it.
the camera.
Right, I understand. It's okay. So I'm excited to. That's taken 13 years to get here. So I'm really excited that it's finally off the paper and now it's formalized and so I'm just ecstatic about that.
And
And I
so
believe
that
y'all will enjoy it. I really do. I believe
I believe we will too. So,
America's
Miz T,
ready.
just so that I can reiterate for anyone who is just not joining us, I am joined today with Miz.T, the comedian. And she is a comedian in the Austin, Texas area. She is a family-friendly Christian comedian, and she does have a new DVD out. It's called the Comedy Paradals, and it's the volume one. And so you just were saying, Miz.T, that it's renditions of all the old favorite Baptist church songs that you rewrote. Is that pretty much what it is?
Well, a few of them, girls. I'm working on volume 2 right now. I'm working on volume 2 to catch the other songs. But yes, ma'am. Yes. I think you'll recognize some of the tunes, and you'll probably never sing them again in church again, because then you'll be singing my version. You won't be singing the red book version. You'll be singing my version.
Awesome,
And
awesome.
I did that at a funeral. I caught myself, girl, before I could catch myself. I heard the tune and I started. I'm on the stripper pole to pay my time. And I was like, oh, girl, you thinking about where you are. So yeah.
That's funny, Miss T. Miss T, you something else. Well, I want to say thank you again for joining us tonight. And we're talking about you're joining our conversation, but we've been talking for the last couple of shows about self-care, mental and emotional well-being. And I am a
Mhm.
comedian myself. I'm just now getting into the business, and I look up to people such as yourself. And so I guess I wanted to ask you some
Oh Lord.
questions. Ask you some questions regarding self-care as it pertains to comedy. How does comedy, because I know that you post your comedy every day. How does that help you with your self-care?
Mhm. Well, my personal goal is to laugh every day. And thankfully, God just permits it that I find humor in something every day. Even when I was taking care of my mother, and she was in a nursing home for the last 7 years, and she passed away 2 years ago. But there was a time where she was critically ill, and we didn't know what was going on, and she was not responding to anybody. And the spirit told me, well, this is not the end. And I said, well, Lord, you just reveal it. Whatever's going on with her, you reveal, let the doctors find it. And at that time, I could have sunk into, oh, mama, the panic mode. But my humor came up, so my humor saved me. And my mom had not responded to anybody, and she was speaking gibberish. I mean, whatever was going on with her was going on with her. And she just all of a sudden looked at me point blank and said, and what did your husband cook for dinner? And I looked at her and I was like, Lord, what dispensation is she waking up in? I said, okay, I'm going to pick the future. I said, girl, he made some fried chicken and some mashed potatoes and blah, 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 blah. She said, oh, that's good. And then she went back into her wherever she was, and then she ended up being in ICU for 6 days immediately after that. But I had peace. I had God's peace, and the humor pulled me out. So it works for me as well. All I can tell you is that that's just apparently how God has me wired.
Wow. Well, that's
I
awesome.
didn't
And
panic. I laughed. And
yeah, that's awesome. Miz.T, we have several people joining. We had Donica, the author, Adrian Green, just a few people. We had quite a few on just now. Everyone was saying hello. And so to the audience, we want to say hello back to you.
hello.
I also I also want to let you know, if you are watching on our YouTube channel, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are trying to build that. I have two YouTube channels. I have TiTi Ladette, but there's also one for GirlBoss Talk magazine and radio. So please go search for that on YouTube. And guys, I'm going to put a link in the chat. And so Miz.T, also, what other things do you do, like as far as your comedy services? Do you are you bookable? Tell us about that part. How can we book you? How do people get in touch with you? You ain't
Well,
got to
they
make
can
all
call
those
you to
faces,
get
Miss
my
T.
number. No. My website is www.MizT, That's one way, the main way. Um, but you can also contact me through Facebook Messenger. I will respond. And um, yeah, because I don't do Instagram anymore. They kept creating bad profiles, fake profiles, and Instagram shut all of it down, and I couldn't remember my password, and they was making it too hard to get back on. I said, "What the heck with it? I can't rebuild those 9 years anyway." So
Wow. Wow.
I'm busy enough posting on Twitter and Facebook, and now
Right.
TikTok. Girl, and got a TikTok account. Oh, y'all
Not
ain't
you,
ready.
Miss T,
But
not the TikTok. What is your
girl,
TikTok?
I'm TikToking comedian Miz T. It's still comedian Miz.T, Miz.T, Yeah. So I'm working on building that up, but yeah, so I'm learning. I'm still learning to slow down. I learn to not say yes to everything.
Right.
So I'm still practicing balance in my life, so I don't think we ever stop learning to do that. So it's not a cookie cutter pattern for that. We just have to go with it. And sometimes my body say, okay, if you don't stop, I'm gonna stop. I'm like, okay, I stop. And God knows, I don't know what He gonna do when He bring that man, because I don't know if I'm gonna run from him or try to chase him. I don't know what's gonna happen
Because
there.
Miss T, you be Deacon watching, so he coming. You watching too hard for him. He's gonna come.
Girl, I done hit 60 now. Well, when's he coming? Because you wasn't supposed to change my name to Sarah Jesus. Oh my God. But I hear these men talk about my mama got married at 70. I'm like, Lord, I don't want to be walking down the aisle. Hopefully, I can be walking down the aisle or rolling. One of it's going to be a race or something. But I'm going to hold on to that Velcro dress. I know that. I don't care what age.
So yeah, so it is a lot. It's a lot. How did you get into comedy?
Oh, by accident. I had been serving as an MC for probably ooh, 8 or 9 years, and I was always emceeing social activities, church activities, musicals. I was even on Channel 11, which was the third largest watched channel in Texas. back in the day, because it's gone now. I served as a host for a fourth Sunday soiree that a friend of mine had. So people would see me. I did that almost 4 years. So people would see me on TV, and in the apartment complex where my mom lived, they would always call and say, "Your daughter's on TV." So they were watching it, and I don't know if they were watching it because they found out I was on TV, but they would always call my mom and say, "Your daughter's on TV." So um, I would just share stories of my Sunday school kids and my time of being a Sunday school teacher to fill in the space like you should. And then one day I decided, you know what, I need to go ahead and record all of these stories before I forget them. And, at that time, my goal was to create a comedy project that could be heard on the radio, so that all people could hear them, even children, and nobody had to plug in their ears and bleep out any
Right.
words. So that was, I thought, the goal at that time. And so that's how I did it. So I guess I always had it. I just didn't compartmentalize it and say, okay, this is my responsibilities to this responsibility. So
Well, I
I
love it. I
always
love
had
your
it. So
platform.
that's what I
I
did
love
with
your
it.
platform, and and you make me laugh every single day.
Well, thank
Father,
you.
I hear your fathers.
Girl, I went, wait, listen, I went to a funeral and I sat next to a church member, and she says, I follow you on Facebook. She's 91. I'm like, what, you 91? What are you doing on Facebook? She said, but I'd use my daughter's account. I was like, okay, baby,
Oh,
whatever works for
that
you.
is too
So I'm
precious.
glad to know that I have that range. Yeah, I was like, what are you doing on Facebook? She said, I follow you on Facebook. And like so I've had that from a few elderly saints, and I was like, yay, I feel good that what I have is good. You know what I'm saying? What I'm sharing is good, and they're not afraid to read it and be able to get a laugh too. So
Well, I am super proud of you, and I
yeah, I
love the
was
work that
excited
you do.
to hear that.
Yeah, I love the work you do, Miss T.
Well, thank you, beautiful. Love.
Now
I'm gonna
I
have to
can
come hear
tell.
you one of these days in Killeen. Huh?
No, not in Colleen.
Okay. Well, you let me know when you want me to come.
You have to plug your ears in to come and hear me, Miss T. I'm not as gracious as you are on stage. I think in comedy, I just let myself go because I feel like I hold in all this stuff during. I have to be professional on my job.
Mhm.
I work for Apple. I work in tech, and so I'm professional all day. I'm professional in my speaking engagements. I'm a professional with my clients, and I just got to let it loose. So that's what I do. I let it loose. So,
Uh,
but
I don't.
I
I respect the comedy for the art that it is. I don't hold that against nobody. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said
right,
earlier, it is an art, and you have to be true to yourself, especially with that art like that, because it's that
right.
personal. So I ain't gonna take nothing against you, girl. As much as I love you, I ain't gonna hold it against you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
So
Let me ask
now,
you something. Since we're talking about this whole comedy thing and the art form and all of that, I don't know.
mhm.
Well, I mean, I'm sure, pretty sure you've heard about the Cat Williams and the Club Shay Shay interview and how it went viral and how he was
Yes, I
talking
saw
about
that
comedians
interview.
stealing jokes and all of that. What are your thoughts on that, Miss T?
Well, since I don't know any of them, either of them, I think that Cat Williams, I enjoy his comedy. He could take some of the cussing out, but still, he's still good. He's still funny, and what he has to say does ring true. Um, but somebody got to know where the bodies are buried. I mean, apparently, he was there at a time when a lot of comedians don't collaborate with each other because they're afraid that their material will get stolen. Uh,
That's right.
because jokes apparently are harder to copyright than sound recordings. Um, so I don't have a fear of anybody stealing what's mine, uh, even if though it is copywritten, but still, yeah, I understand the gift that God gives you. What he gave you is for you, and nobody can deliver it like you. So it doesn't matter if they did steal a joke from you. It
And
hopefully
put
it'll
their
work
spin
for them,
on
but
it.
it still may not work as well as it does for you. Yeah, to
Absolutely.
put their spin on it. So,
You know,
um,
I was
but
also
we
thinking.
always borrow from.
I was gonna say I was always thinking how when as black people, well, I'm not gonna say even groups, certain groups, we all pretty much share the same experiences. You know, like our jokes pretty much resonate the same about
Hmm.
black church, about black that, you know what I mean? Because we pretty much share the same experiences. I've heard the joke about the national anthem
Hmm.
told so many ways, and it
Hmm.
was so crazy because I had always told that joke. You know what I mean? Even before I was a comedian, just like sitting around, like, just playing around telling that joke. So not to know that it had been told by 4 or 5 different comedians on in
Hmm.
different ways. So I think that it's we, collectively we share a lot of the same
Hmm.
experiences. But yeah, but I know that for me, comedy has been really, really healing.
Hmm.
Comedy came for me at a time where I couldn't cry anymore. I was so just tired and overwhelmed and overwrought with just tears that I just needed something different. And I'm telling you, comedy is, when they say laughter is healing, I want to tell you, if you're listening to this broadcast and you don't know what, if you're in a bad mood or you're feeling down, you go to a comedy show, support your local comedians. You can go to an open mic. Most of them are free to get in or charge very little. Like, comedy, laughter is healing. Like you said, Miz.T, you said you were burying your mother. You were watching her transition, and comedy kept you. You know what I'm saying? That's that's that's
Hmm.
that's amazing, you know?
Mm. I was at a function one year. We went to, it was I'll call it a caravan of us from Austin, drove down to Rosenberg, Chad Howard, and Harmony out of San Marcos, and me. And we followed each other down there. We spent the night, and everything. But right before it was my turn to get on the stage, and everybody had 7 minutes. Everybody had 7 minutes. Now, what group can sing a song in 7 minutes? Better just do one. You can't do it more. And they booted you off at 7 minutes when your time was up. So right before it was my time, they said, "Miz.T, you're gonna be after so and so, so and so." I said, "Okay." I was ready, girl. And mentally, I was ready. I was getting making sure I have my jokes in line that I knew would give me my 7 minutes. Well, they paused the program and then made a special presentation to this lady. It was the widow and mother of somebody who, I don't know how long ago he died, but the way those women were crying and wailing, it was as if the funeral just happened the day before. And I
Wow.
felt their pain. I felt it. And I turned around and I looked at the wall and I said, "Jesus." I said, "I don't know how to do this." I said, "I can't come up." They're telling me I have to come up behind that. I said, "God, you have to do it." So they did the presentation. It took about 30 minutes. Then when I got ready to go up there, the lady said, "Man, we extended your time. You got 10 minutes." And I said, "Lord, this still gonna be the quickest 7 minutes of my life." But when they hit my music, when they hit my intro music, I immediately go into a zone. So I did my uh skit while I was up there. God said, "You were here for those two." Girl, I'll tell you, I could have just dropped the mic and
Wow.
shouted because I felt it. He said, "Yes, 400 other people in here, but you were here for those two." And when I got through with my routine and was walking down the stairs, before I could reach the bottom step, those two women came running to me, hugging me. They were laughing. They said, "Ma'am, thank you so much." Oh, I just hadn't laughed that hard, and so. And I'm sitting there going, they laughed at me as hard as they cried a few minutes earlier. So yeah,
Oh,
I know the kind of ministry I have. So I know laughter has healing property. Laughter is a weapon just as effective as your praise, just as effective as your prayers. The way I look at it, the way God
because
has let me see it. So I know what I have. So I know I have to protect it
right.
and
And laughter confuses the devil. It confuses the enemy.
yes,
Yeah, laughter
yes.
confuses the
Oh
enemy.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. You laughing
Yeah, when
at me.
he
You
expects
all
you to
this
be
pain
crying and
in.
falling out on the floor and you're laughing.
So
Oh
yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah, you want to make the devil mad, laugh.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely.
Exactly. Yep. That's your weapon, baby. That's your weapon. That's your weapon.
That was a great story, Miss T. I love that
Yes,
story.
ma'am.
What are some other things that you do for self-care?
Oh, thank you. I'll never forget it. What are the things I do for self care? Well, y'all may think I'm bougie, but I'm not. Since I have back issues, I've been dealing with back pain for 41 years. There are just times I hire a lady to come clean my house because I can't vacuum, I can't sweep. That'll lay me out for 3 or 4 days where I can't move. So to prevent all
Wow.
that, I hire somebody to come in once a week. Well, I mean, once a
Yeah, you
month,
bougie.
maybe twice, depending on if I'm having company. Yeah, yeah. No, it's a necessity. Shoot. Um, the other thing I do for self care is also because of the back issue. I had been having a massage once a month. Now I got to find a new person because the last girl got pregnant. I told her don't go home and get pregnant. She didn't hear me, so she got another baby. So darn, now I got to find another lady. Uh, um,
She give good massages.
she hard. She was hard headed. Yeah, she was hard headed. I haven't had a massage since April of this year, and girl, my body feels it though. My body, it really feels it. But anyway, she brought that beautiful baby over here, and I like to kidnap the big old butterball girl, 4 months old, looking like he's 6 months.
uh, well, I
And
wanna
the
take
other thing is, I'm drinking more water. I'm trying to drink more water.
keep going. I know there's
Go
a
ahead.
delay with us, so you can go ahead and keep talking. I can hear me delay on your end. So go ahead and just talk until I'm finished. Go ahead. You can go ahead. You said you're drinking more water.
Oh, yeah, I'm drinking more water. And trying to eat more vegetables. I got the fruit part down real good. I love fruit, but it's the raw vegetables I'm working on getting more of, which are just as good as the cooked ones, but the raw ones I'm trying to work on that. So I'm
Awesome.
doing my part.
Awesome. Well, I want to take a moment to again acknowledge the people that are
Doing my
viewing. We
part.
have Louis Rosario. We have Miss Donica, the author. We have Yvonne Bradford, one of my latest authors. We have Lexi, Miss Worldwide Johnson. She is the blogger for the Wealth Seed. She is our financial expert with GirlBoss Talk magazine.
Okay.
So yeah, so a lot of the bloggers are on, and
Okay.
Do want to take a moment to let you guys know that you can always subscribe to Girl Boss Talk magazine by going to ttladette.com, finding Girl Boss Talk magazine, and just going from there. I make it very, very easy to support. I have several options. You can pay as little as $2 a month and be subscribed to Girl Boss Talk magazine. So I make it very easy to support and very hard not to. I do want to say, if you're watching us on YouTube, to please go ahead and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys. We're trying to build our YouTube. Also, I want to let you know that if you do want to be a part of Girl Boss Talk Radio Talk Show, where you can just sit down and let's have a conversation, you can email us at girlbosstalkradio@gmail.com. Do you want to give any shout outs or anything, Miz.T?
Yes, I would like to give a shout out to Mr. Shadrach Rowry and the Levites who did the background singing of on my comedy project, and he was the producer of those 5 songs that I gave him. I gave him raw stuff, and he turned it into magic and made me feel comfortable about it, even though I was very hoarse trying to sing on a record. But anyway, so yeah, and we're all are pleased with the project. So thank you, Mr. Shadrach and the Levites. I'm gonna make y'all
Awesome.
some pinto beans.
Awesome.
Y'all don't hear me? Oh,
Are we gonna get a little? Are we gonna get a little snippet or a little sample from the album? Can we get a teaser, an exclusive, right here on Girl
yes.
Boss Talk Radio?
Well, then look. It sounds better with the music. You need the music and the backgrounds to have the full effect.
Oh,
But no, but I've had to close my show out with the stripper pole song because I lost my music CD. I don't know where I left it, and that's what happens when you travel by yourself. That you just folk coming at you, you just can't get all your gifts along. But anyway, so yeah, I've been closing my show for the last 2 years with the stripper pole song, and it's always gone over very well. So now people can hear it since it's on the project anytime they get ready.
awesome, awesome. Well, Miz.T, I will not keep you much longer. Do you have anything else you would like to share with our audience? We do have some viewers on. If you have anything you want to share, any of your upcoming things, anything that you want to share, this is your moment.
Well, since you're talking about healing the total woman, I wanted to say that, and maybe this is something that you can use, or something that we could include in your comedy when you feel comfortable. Is offer, because I did that for my agency, the state of Texas, before I uh, left from last year. Was to I asked for like a 5-minute comedy set, and I just talked about the 7 benefits of laughter. So it doesn't have to be that you have to perform per se. You just provide the content, know, for that, because I tell people, to me, laughter goes under stress relief, mental health, because we don't have enough happiness around us, because we're still hit with a lot in this day-to-day world with life as it is. On the political front, we're hit as Black people. I mean, and we know that racial issues are ongoing, and they just, so we just feel like there's no way out and don't have an outlet. So
Yeah.
there's just something you just
And
might want to
I am
offer, because I
right.
do tell them, I offer that.
I wanted to jump in here for a second, because something that you just said, because as Black people, and I'm not saying that no other nationality, because we all have we all live on the same planet, so we're all subject to calamity and mental and emotional damages and things. You know what I mean? But I will say that Black people
Mm-hmm.
do suffer a unique set of circumstances. We have different circumstances when it comes to stress.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so much. I cannot wait to just keep diving into this because I had heard a long time ago, and I actually seen the research on it where they did a study, and I believe it was I can't remember. It was a big renowned college, like one of the Ivy League colleges, where they did the
Mm-hmm.
study and they did a survey. And what they asked was, one of the questions on the survey was, do you think that Black people can take more pain? Right? This was in a medical facility. So they think our skin is thicker.
Oh wow.
They think we can. Oh yeah, we have a specific certain set of circumstances that are unique to the Black community. You know
Wow.
what I mean? So it's so much that we fight against. And so yeah, so laughter is a big part of healing, guys. So
Mm.
again, I am going to take a moment to advocate for the local comedians. If you have a local in your local area, if you have an open mic, guys, I'm telling you, laughter is healing. Go there and get out of your own self, get out of your own way, just for an hour, and just laugh, and you'll feel better. You will feel better. So I want to thank you guys again for joining me. I want to let you know that I am going to be signing off after tonight. You will be able to catch up with me after Tuesday. So it will be Wednesday morning and beyond. Right now, I'm about to lock up because I am one of the speakers for the Central Texas African American Family Support Conference that's going to be at Palmer Auditorium in Austin, Texas on Tuesday, February 6th. And so, like I was saying earlier, that's the work that I take very serious. That comedy, stage plays, publishing, none of that touches when I'm doing the work. Because I believe that this is what God created me to do. This is the reason why I made it through, so that I can do just what I'm getting ready to do on Tuesday, if God says the same. So I want to thank you all for just joining me, for sharing your hearts, sharing your experiences with GirlBoss Talk Radio, sharing your tips on getting better. I want to leave out with a few tips on self-care. Here are some tips to help you get started with self-care. Again, you can get regular exercises. Just 30 minutes of walking every day can boost your mood and improve your health. Eat healthy, regular meals and stay hydrated. You were talking about that, MizT, about drinking plenty of water and eating better. Make sleep a priority. This is my biggest one because, honey, sleep deprivation, I walk around with it daily. I suffer from it. But make sleep a priority. Stick to a schedule and make sure you're getting enough sleep. And I want to read this. It says blue light from devices and screens can make it harder to fall asleep. So be sure to reduce the blue light exposure from your phone or computer before bedtime. So for y'all that are sitting there with that phone in the bed scrolling and wonder why you can't fall asleep even though you're sleepy, reduce your blue light on your screen. Try a relaxing activity, set goals and priorities, practice gratitude, focus on positivity, and stay connected. Reach out to your friends or family members who can provide emotional support and practical help. If you need TiTi Ladette for anything, you can always reach out to me. If I don't get back with you immediately, it's either because I'm at work or doing something, but I always get back with my people. I love being there for people. Thank you to those that have been there for me. MizT, thank you again for gracing us and we can't wait. I'm telling y'all right now, give us the information again on your DVD, how we can get it.
It's on iTunes. It's Miz T's Comedy Parodies, Volume 1. And I would have to go into,
I am gonna go in. I'll go
maybe I
if you
can
could
send
send
you.
me. Yeah, if you send me the link, I can put it in the stream here. You don't even have to do it right now. We can do it after the show. I'll make sure it's on all the wherever this streams. I'll make sure the link is in all those chats. Can you hear me? Are you froze?
Yeah,
This light is
I
hot.
don't think so. At least not now.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and close out the show, guys. I want to thank y'all again for joining me. Y'all see, I had to give y'all a background because my house looked like they did a home invasion. Looked like they've been looking for important documents in my house. I had to give y'all a background. I love y'all. Hey, reach out to girlbosstalkradio@gmail.com or girlbosstalkmagazine@gmail.com. We got some special offers for you. I want to combine magazine advertising with the radio platform, guys. Let's work. Let's work. I love y'all. Thanks again, MizT. Everybody have a great night.
Thank you for this opportunity. Good night, y'all. Have a blessed week.
It's your girl, TiTi Ladette, with Girl Boss Talk Radio Talk Show.
Grown women don't do drama, we do business. If you a lady about your business, then I'm with you. Cause we don't do mess, we don't do stress. We just get our shine on, cause we too blessed. All my average ladies with the mind of a queen. It's time to empower the masses, come on speaker with me. It's Girl Boss Talking.
Girl Boss Talk Radio Talk
It's
Show.
Girl Boss Talking.
We do business.